Hey everyone, happy Black History Month. It is your girl Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. Today we are celebrating some beautiful legends in the game. It's like I said, this has been the most anti-Black Black History Month that most of us have witnessed and or experienced. And so I kind of want to change that. So I'm actually not even going to talk long at first. I'm going to share a clip of some amazing activists, I want to hear from the ancestors pretty much to set this tone. When you come in, go ahead, say hello. I am going to just go ahead and put this banner up. We should be good, but yeah, I just want to share this and hopefully illuminate some people as we are going through these turbulent times. And let me introduce myself while I'm pulling that up. I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. On this channel, we talk all things wellness, travel, and finance from a cultural point of view. So it is only right that this last week of Black History Month, we give honor, we give praise, we give glory to those who fought the good fight for us to have the things that we have and be where we are today. And so wherever you are in this level of fighting, always remember to remember those who had it harder, who had more challenging times, who experienced worse things. And so I'm just going to start off sharing this clip from the incomparable Ruby Dee. Many people may know her as a award-winning actress, um, a thespian, so to speak. She's brilliant lady, former neighbor in the town that I lived in. So yes, I'm just going to share this and then we'll get into the conversation. And as you come in, let us know who some of your great Black history or Black activists or people from the diaspora who have influenced you so that we keep telling these stories. And you'll hear more about this as we go on. So I'm going to come off the stage so you guys can just go ahead and enjoy Miss Ruby Dee.
We came from slavery with the strength of true believers in our God, in our country, in our great documents. And we've tried to get a toehold to heal the old wounds and be made whole again. But America has met us with a false face, with a racism that has made rage the basic rhythm of our lives, a racism that has trampled self-esteem and numbed hope. Racism, that cancer on the bosom of our nation, that gnaws at the psyche of Black America and keeps us screaming and shaking for relief. It hands us upward mobility on rungless ladders, backdoor trap chutes to disillusionment and oblivion. Be patient, the country tells us. Be clean, be thrifty, be industrious, be. So we keep struggling for definitions, organizing, snatching at possibilities in the country, in the city, in the courts, on the streets, everywhere. But those who try to overcome, in spite of all, link us to survival, to hope, to ourselves. And so we must keep on telling the stories of our heroes and heroines, sung and unsung, as best we can, because it is they who urge us to hang on, to join hands, to move relentlessly toward greater understanding among all people, to move toward justice and toward love.
Hey, so, where are we? Let me remove that. So yeah, here we are 30 years later, just about, and we are still facing the same challenges. We are still facing the same type of rage as it relates to racism. But we have to see our way out of this, right? And so I just wanted to read a little bit about Miss Ruby Dee, and then I'll say hi to the people in a second. Miss Ruby Dee, Miss Ruby Dee was a very forceful person packed in a tiny package. She was born in 1922. She passed or transitioned in 2014. She was an activist, a poet, an actress, and married to the incomparable Ossie Davis. As I mentioned, when I say we were neighbors, we lived in the same town, so it wasn't uncommon to see Miss Ruby Dee while she was like agile, and getting around. But she was a very staunch supporter and activist as it relates to racial equality and Black empowerment. She fought with the best of them, from Malcolm X to Martin Luther King Jr. to Maxine Waters, who we're going to talk about next. And I have been blessed to be in their presence at some time or another, heard words of wisdom from all of them. Many of you know I worked in radio, Black radio. I worked in Black media specifically for the majority of my career. And so I was blessed to be in spaces that allowed me to learn from these amazing, amazing humans. And that kind of explains, in addition to my parents, right, why I guess God chose me to do whatever it is that I'm doing right now during these times. And so I hope we all can, harvest some of the energy from these great ancestors that have paved the way. And so I just wanted to share some of her, activism accolades. She, of course, was a speaker and very important role at the March on Washington back in 1963. She's been parts of many marches throughout her, was it 100 years, 90 something years alive. She was also a very instrumental part of the National Urban League. She, like I said earlier, she worked alongside of great people, including Malcolm X, we just acknowledged the 60th anniversary of his passing, transition. I'll just leave it at that. But she worked heavily with him on a whole lot of social programs, right? She also was part of the Women's March in 1963 in Washington. We all know that she was a great actress. She was in some of our favorite movies, from like Do the Right Thing. Think of Spike Lee, she was in it, right? If there was a Spike Lee role, he like me, had such a great affinity to Miss Ruby Dee. And one of her beautiful quotes is, because she was also known as a stunner. She was a looker, especially back in the day when she first came out. And so, people expect the beautiful ones to just go sit on the side and not, offer any real contributions to things that really matter, because they may have it easier than their counterparts. Think House, SLAVE. I don't know what I can even say on this channel anymore. And think of Field, SLAVE, right? So with her being classified as somebody who would have probably been in the House, that wasn't her energy. That was not the energy that she gave. She said that I have the right to be as beautiful and as powerful as I want to be, because she often got asked the question, like, why do this? Why put herself in harm's way? Because you have to remember, back then, the cops were sicking dogs. The cops were doing, they were doing things to men and women, and they still are. I'm not saying that they're not, but she was in a position that she could have elected to not be as active. And so she also said, you can be a star and still be real, still be true to yourself. And she's also stated in one of her most notable quotes, "I'm proud to be in a fight for freedom." And so I know, listen, we are tired of fighting. We are so tired of fighting. And I definitely know that if we had our choice, we would take it easy, right? But that right now is not the choice. And so before I get into the next clip, because that's what I want to do. Today is really about honoring Maxine Davis, Ruby Dee, and John Lewis. And it's because of them, you know, I get the courage and I feel the courage to pivot this channel to be more about community building and more about organizing. Now, listen, I don't know if I had the strength to do all the things that they did. If push came to shove, we would have to see, but understanding that they didn't have to, right? And it often puts me in the mindset of, when things happen, what would they do? Like, what would these people do? And we're going to continue this conversation all week, every day this week, except maybe Wednesday. We are going to come and honor the people who have paved the way for us. Some are still here, some are no longer here, some are in all different types of fields, but we're going to honor them. And then on Friday, we're going to honor some of the people who are part of the Gym Nation that have been about that action, who have made some moves to elevate their lives, get ready so they won't have to figure it out later, right? So getting your passports, getting your paperwork in order, elevating your skills, doing all the things that we know is probably going to come and affect us. So let me just say hi to some people. Hey, Moni. Good to see you, Moni. Hey, Cheryl, PhD. Good to see you. Happy Black History Month. Hey, just one. Where are you? Are you happy Black History Month? Hey, Rare Twisted Beauty. Hey, Cynthia. Good to see you. Yes, happy Black History Month. Hey, LJ. Good to see you all. Cheryl. Oh, so Miss Ruby Dee was pink and green. I mean, you're pink and green. Hey, WM. Good to see you as well. Okay, so I want to get into the next clip, and it is a clip from when. Oh, hey, Christine. No worries, girl. I'm glad you made it. I want to do this next clip. It's a clip from when Maxine Waters was given the Humanitarian Award at Black Girls Rock. I want to say it was 2017, if I remember correctly. I looked at the video earlier today. I can't remember, but I'm going to play that. And I want this video to be a resource for us to jot down what we learn about these people that we may not have known, because there's another video that I'm going to share. If you haven't seen the video that I posted it went up earlier today about my books from the National Archives and all of the changes that are happening there, we have to start documenting our own ish, right? We have to start keeping our own, what is it called, griots, right? We are going to have to make sure that we know our own legacy and we can pass that down, our own heritage. And so if you haven't seen that video, I'll try to remember to put it up here. I'm not the best with that, but it's the video that went up earlier today, and you can check out my unboxing of those documents. And I know Cynthia said you had ordered too, so I'm not sure if you got yours, but I'm looking forward to reading the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, all the things. And so anyway, yes, Maxine Waters is amazing. So let's get into her clip right now. Okay, you should be able to see it.
For more than 40 years, Maxine Waters has been our warrior legislator. She began her career as a public servant in 1976, forcing her colleagues in the state of California Assembly to divest from apartheid South Africa. She bravely opposed the war on Iraq, not after the fact when everybody else agreed it was a colossal mistake. No, she voted against it before it began.
She's been steadfast, a beacon of light this past year. Congresswoman Waters has fearlessly gone on the record in opposition of the current administration. Boo. Again and again and again. She has enough courage for the entire House of Representatives and says things like impeachment.
Oh. Oh.
When other lawmakers will not seem to find their voices. Take a look.
I come from a kind of a background in history with a mother and women who spoke out. I didn't know how much I had been influenced by that. I started to think about running for office, and I started at the very local level, just running to be a delegate at conventions. And I was elected to the California State Assembly. Back in the 80s, the South Central Los Angeles area was invaded with crack cocaine. So I got very much involved working with young people who were in trouble, young people who were in gangs. I created some special programs for them back in the day. I was involved with getting rid of apartheid in South Africa and working to release Nelson Mandela from prison. I know some people are saying, why is it this woman is taking on the president of the United States of America? I have not called for the impeachment yet. He's doing it himself. I was calling out the presidency, and this just generated so much enthusiasm and so much support, and the tweeting just goes on and on and on. I went from a congresswoman who had 46,000 followers, and now I have 420 or 30,000 today, and I love it. I have fun with my millennials and young people about the language that they have taught me. Whether we're talking shade or we're talking stay woke or talking receipts, you know. And so I'm enjoying this moment of being discovered or rediscovered by the young people. Reclaiming my time. I want to encourage young Black girls. We're not to take a backseat to anybody. And we do have the strength that is needed, not only to direct our lives, but we have the strength of our convictions, and we should share that. Hi, I'm Maxine Waters, and I'm a Black woman that rocks.
Congressman Waters,
Auntie Maxine, for your dedication to truth and justice, for the way you keep it real all the time, for your gospel hit, I'm reclaiming my time. Please accept the Black Girls Rock Social Humanitarian Award.
you rock.
Good evening, everyone. To Beverly Bond, the founder of Black Girls Rock, and Deborah Lee, the chairman and CEO of BET, I'm extremely grateful for the recognition that I'm receiving this evening. But I want you to know, if it was not for the love and respect shown to me by Black women, those right-wing, ultra-conservative, alt-right haters in this country, they would have me believe I'm too Black, I'm too confrontational, I'm too tough, and I'm too disrespectful of them. But now I know I'm simply a strong Black woman. I am you and you are me. We have power, we have influence. We can do things that others have told us we can't do. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how high you think you are. If you come for me, I'm coming for you. And so, whether it's the President of the United States of America or any of his cabinet, we will say to them, we will resist you. We will not allow you to damage this country in the way that you're doing. We will not allow you to take us backwards. Not only will we resist you, we will impeach you, Mr. President. And so, I know that you are as inspired as I am this evening. I want you to know that I said, and I'll say it over and over again, reclaiming my time. I love you all. Thank you.
So yeah, child, listen, things didn't work out the way we all hoped. They definitely did not work out the way we all wished for. But, and however, she is still in this fight, y'all. She is sitting there arguing with fake security guards. She is still on the front line, and we need to pray for Auntie Maxine, because I just don't trust what this, these people may do or try to make an example out of. So let's definitely, true prayers, like real prayers for Auntie Max, because she loves her people. And I wanted to read just a little bit about her, because a lot of people don't know this. Auntie Maxine is like 86 now, right? And she has been fighting through every type of major riot, racist event that has happened that I could remember, right? So from the Rodney King incident to all the way to George Floyd and everything that's going on now. And just a little bit about her. She grew up in the projects, y'all. She grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. She moved to Los Angeles with her family after she graduated high school, and she attended college there and started her political journey. I'll actually show this. No, I'm not going to show this picture. She was the fifth of 13 children and was raised by a single mom after her father left when she was 2 years old. Like the tenacity, the strength for her to not only forge ahead, but to represent us the way she does is so admirable. Yeah. So she used to bus tables at a restaurant chain in St. Louis that refused to serve Black customers. So she bussed tables at a white-only establishment that refused to serve Black customers. Now that I see where the fuel to her fire has come, or where it was. If it wasn't ignited there, it was definitely, like I said, fueled there. She had to eat her meals in the basement of the restaurant with other Black workers. She became the California State Assemblywoman in 1976 and was the first woman to become Assembly Democratic Caucus head. And there's more we can read about her story, but I didn't know she used to bus tables in St. Louis at a white-only establishment. So those are the type of like nuggets and gems that we didn't learn about her in school. It's like she appeared and that was it. And so let me just see what y'all are saying. Okay, y'all kind of quiet today. We talking Black history. Y'all is quiet. Okay, the question originally was, who are some of your legends in the movement of freedom? Who are some of your freedom fighter legends, or ones that are currently around? We definitely want to make sure we acknowledge as many as possible. But I do want to share one more video did I finish talking about Mama Maxine, Auntie Maxine? Probably not. Let me just see my notes. Yes, we all know about her famous phrase, reclaiming my time, and have many of us use it often to this day, as Christine called out, right? What else? She was a member of the CBC, Congressional Black Caucus, since 1991. That's where I met her, as we used to have to do, well, we as in my company that I worked for at the time, we did partnerships with them. We honored Maxine Waters. And when I tell you, she reminds me of me in so many ways. She also is an advocate for affordable housing. And listen, the fact that she, even learning this history of hers, the fact that she was part of the overturning of apartheid, that's another reason why I know she's probably got a target on her from the real presidente of this country, who happens to be from South Africa and is a proponent of apartheid. So yeah, she was also and anti-police brutality movements. And so just some of her famous quotes: "I am not going to let anybody tell me what I can't do." That's right. You tell them, Auntie. You used to have to sit in a basement to eat your lunch after serving the white people in a restaurant that no Black people were allowed in. You earned that right. We will not be silent. Reparations is not an issue that is going to go away. And we must resist, we must fight, we must stand up. And so, again, Auntie Max is one of my all-time favorites. But I'm going to go ahead and share this next, let's see, video. And it is from Mr. John Lewis. And he is absolutely one of my all-time heroes. And so let's just listen to his story. Okay, you can see it.
There's something deep down within me, moving me, that I could no longer be satisfied or go along with an evil system.
Life was extremely dangerous when we were growing up. John Lewis had the respect of everybody because he was the one who demonstrated the most courage. He'd been beaten and knocked down and get up and go to find another battle. John was focused on ending voter suppression. And it wasn't that he was a great orator, it's that he was a great spirit. The power of spirituality and humility, and the willingness to suffer rather than to inflict suffering.
One of the things that John has taught us is that, yeah, you may have to sacrifice, but if you're sacrificing for a cause, something bigger than you, and you really believe in it, then you will have people following you.
We do not get meaningful legislation out of this Congress. We will march through the South, through the streets of Jackson, through the streets of Danville, through the streets of Cambridge, through the streets of Birmingham.
I think he is the singular figure that has tried to carry out the work of our nonviolent campaigns into the halls of Congress.
From day one, John Lewis was a role model for the members of Congress, whether they were freshmen or here a long time. because he brought with him a kind of heft, a weightiness of purpose.
I got arrested a few times during the 60s. 40 times. And since I've been in Congress, another 5 times. The means by which we struggle must be consistent with the end we seek.
Someone who has navigated thorny issues of policy, not by castigating alone, but by also encouraging people to be better than they think they can be.
Today, we are considering a fair housing measure which not only protects our nation's minorities, but it protects the needs of those with disabilities and families with children. How long do we have to wait before we decide to ban assault weapons? We have another opportunity to bring more of our citizens into political participation. I have on my marching shoes. That's right. I'm fired up. I'm ready to march.
And all of these decades later, while he and others of his generation achieved much, we're still fighting against police brutality and fighting for our voting rights. And so we best honor him by continuing to fight the good fights that he fought, by staying in good trouble.
The struggle and the pain. Together. Can't you see we are the same? Our freedom can't wait another day. So together let's fight. Fight for what's right. Fight for what's right. No matter how long or how dark the night.
We will create a beloved community. We will redeem the soul of America. As a nation and as a people, we will get there.
Climb to the mountain top, and one day we'll win together.
Okay, everyone, listen, I need that type of energy harvesting from the late, great, good troublemaker, John Lewis, because I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, he could definitely cut a rug, Christine. You are absolutely right about that. I do want to just give a little bit more context to, this man who was so kind, so gracious, treated everyone like he knew them forever, like he saw them, he heard them, especially the younger people in the movement, or at least surrounding themselves in the movement. And so his famous quote, "Never, ever be afraid to make some good noise and get in good trouble, necessary trouble. And you must find a way to get in the way," right? And that could look in many different forms, because I don't know if I'm built to get arrested 11 times like he did. I don't know that is in me. Like, I don't know, but you must find your own way to get in the way. And we may not have chosen the time, but the time has chosen us. Now, that is a word right there. Whenever we start to question, especially as people of believers, people of faith, and, God makes no mistakes, the time has chosen us. For some reason, the time has chosen us to be here right now and to do whatever it is we need to do, right? To get in good trouble. And so there was one other thing I wanted to acknowledge about him. Oh, it was also Elijah Cummings, who was in that piece, who was another phenomenal freedom fighter. And so for the sake of time, I don't want us, there's so many of us or so many people that can be honored tonight, but I definitely wanted to call out these three because I did have a chance to experience them in this short time that we have here in life. And some people just move you, right? What does Maya say? It's not always, you may not always remember what a person said, but you will always remember how they made you feel. And each of these beautiful souls definitely made me feel encouraged, like I could conquer the world, like there is nothing that I could not do. And also to continue the love of my people and supporting in any way that I can. And so, yeah, so let me also just show this. I'm not going to play it because I don't remember the part that I wanted to play. And it's Karen Hunter. But if you haven't had a chance to see this video, it's relatively new on her channel. It came out yesterday. But if you get a chance, I'm not sharing. If you get a chance to watch this video, Why Are White People Scared of Black People, with Jane Elliott, do yourself a favor and get re-inspired, get re-motivated. It was a great conversation. Miss Jane Elliott does give some words of optimism, right? Karen Hunter ain't really feeling it. Karen Hunter is like me. She ain't really feeling those words of inspiration, but please get a chance. When you get a chance, take a look. I just want to make sure I covered everybody. Let me close that. Oh, I'm going to put the link in the chat. I don't know what's going on with my links in the chat. I don't know where these extra links extensions are coming from, but this is the Karen Hunter. And I did say I was going to also play the, oh, will I be able to play that? Yeah, I should be. Hopefully I won't get this taken down. If anything, I'll just have to edit this ahead and pull up. Y'all know I love some Tabitha Speaks Politics. And I did a unboxing earlier today with my documents from the National Archives. And so I just want y'all to hear this. She posted this on her channel, and take a listen to what has happened and why you too may want to get your own copies, to have as a reference, if nothing else. But let's take a listen. Am I sharing? No, at the stage. Perfect.
I don't know if y'all have heard, but they've taken over the American Archives. First the Kennedy Center, now the American Archives. Taking it over. Removed all the people in charge. They're gone. As one creator put it, the American Archives have fallen. That's all of our history. All of it. All of the native treaties, all of the history of America, all of the stories, all of the stuff, just at the hands of these monsters. So for my community, you families better start talking. Y'all got to start telling the stories. You got to stop keeping the secrets. The storytellers, the griots, start telling these stories. Start talking about who your people are, where y'all came from, the possibilities of outside children, the states, the places. Start sharing the names in the Bible. Start sharing artifacts, pooling them and keeping them safe, because we don't know what they are going to do with those records and with those documents. All of this is happening, and I have to say this out loud, and I don't care what happens. All of this is happening, and some of y'all worried about Palestine. What the fuck sense does that make? We have no idea what's going to happen to our statuses, to our history. You don't know what they're going to use against us, use to take away our citizenship or strip us down to bare bones. And you're worried about a country that wouldn't come and piss on you if you were on fire. We're watching our house burn to the ground, and you're worried about putting the water on someone else's. Make it make sense. And not near one of you motherfuckers mention Kamala Harris. I don't want to hear shit about where is she. She's minding the business y'all told her to go mind when you voted the other way or you didn't vote at all. But this is where we are. Everything that has a paper trail of who we are and what we are has just been invaded by the enemy.
She told it like it TI is, y'all. Add this to your fire resistant, folders, because that's what I plan to do. They are literally trying to rewrite history. We know this. The blueprint is out there. Read Project 2025 or Agenda 47 or any of the documents that are out there that outline this and have been outlining this. But it wasn't until Tabitha did a unboxing of her books. Do I still? No, I put the books up. Of her books that made me say, you know what? That's not a bad idea. And so I put the link in the video. You know what? Let me go ahead and I'm going to link the video that I did earlier today. And you could just go to that video and there's in the description, there's a link to the National Archives. And along with a link to supporting Black-owned businesses, because that's the last topic I think I'm going to address if you guys don't have anything. So here's the unboxing video. Yeah, support Black-owned businesses. I pinned that comment to the top because there is a boycott happening. Stay at home, don't spend money on February 28th. I have my issues. I don't understand the people that are in charge of this. I don't know who launched this February 28th. Don't spend money act. I don't know who launched it. I don't know if it's a Black person or a white person. I just don't think it was the smartest timing, right? You could have waited until March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. But February is still Black History Month. There are tons of Black businesses that get a lot of their revenues generated during this month. People tend to hyper focus on supporting Black-owned businesses only certain times of the year, and February is one of those times. Spend your money on February 28th with Black-owned businesses. Don't boycott Black-owned businesses. Please don't boycott Black-owned businesses. And I will restate this. I said this yesterday. I'm not talking about going into Target, Walmart, and the big, box stores and buying a Black-owned brand. I'm talking about finding online or brick and mortar retail stores or flea markets or whatever Black-owned business that you know of that the money is going directly to that company. Support them, please. And thank you. The timing is suspect at minimum. There's a lot of things, even with this soap opera that launched this week during Black History Month. I got a lot to say about that. I'm not going to say that today because we are here to honor the freedom fighters, the risk takers, the beautiful souls of Ruby Dee, Maxine Waters, and the late John Lewis. But that soap opera, y'all, these people are wicked. These people in this world, wicked. So anyway, I don't see any questions. Let me see what y'all said. Oh, you did watch it with Jane Good, Cynthia. Yeah, no, that conversation, she's amazing. And salute to her. And that's why I know there's allies out there, and she's been an ally. I just need to get her some of her optimism as to how she feels that the tides are going to change, right? Oh, you saw it too? Is that what you were talking about, Janet? You saw the video with Karen Hunter? Cynthia says, I gained a new respect for Muhammad Ali when I visited Hughes Museum in Louisville. I have this great big coffee table picture book, like this thick. It's too heavy right now. One day this week, I will show it to you. When We Were Kings is a movie about him. And yeah, shed a whole different light. So I'm interested in checking out the museum. But you know, my father was a huge Muhammad Ali could do no wrong, man. When Hakeem Webb gets fired up about what he's saying, he speaks with a similar fire as John Lewis. You notice, okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, I definitely, let me see. So I put the link in for the unboxing. You can watch the video if you haven't already to see exactly what I got, or you can, I put the link in here for the Black-owned businesses. But the link for the Black-owned businesses is there too. Also the link for the Tabitha Brown videos as well. They purposely fired Joy Reid during Black History Month. This is the most anti-Black Black History Month ever. Okay, so yeah, the Karen Hunter and Jane video. When We Were Kings, you saw it too. Yeah, no, really, really good. So again, I just want to ride this last week of Black History Month out like we normally would have. I definitely know there has been a concerted effort to silence anything related to Black History Month, and that is not my ministry here. I am not here to talk about anything other than our greats, our leaders, both in, you know, political activism, entertainment, all of the industries that have taken a stand and have spoken out against the many injustices that we faced and we continue to face. The sad thing is you could listen to some of these speeches from decades ago and close your eyes and you wouldn't know. You would have no idea that we were decades. And I must do a quick, at least an acknowledgement to the late Roberta Flack, who is also a Howard alum. Oh my goodness. She transitioned today, and one of the most brilliant voices of our time. Her and Donny Hathaway, I could listen to from sun up to sundown and then start again the next day. So I just want to acknowledge her. Was there anything else? There was something else. I can't remember what it was. I did want to comment about, it was so ironic that Jussie Smollett was the one honoring with Laz Alonso, who's a friend, a Howard alum as well. But just seeing Jussie Smollett before all the hoopla was quite interesting. But yeah, let's just keep telling our stories. Let's keep as much information passed down to our families and our younger ones. And, you know, if they decide to just, you know, how we used to hashtag everything, if they just want to wipe out history, all they got to do is take that metadata and just wipe it out. Wipe it out. And we have nothing. The same with the National Archives. And so there's no other reason you want to fire all those people, some that weren't even related to you and whatever happened with you stealing those documents, basically, those highly classified documents. There's no other reason than you want to control the history of this country. You want to change it. You want to control it. And I know they're going to come out with some very damning stuff about Martin Luther King Jr. The beautiful thing is, I knew when I was a kid that Martin Luther King Jr. was a philanderer. I mean, my mama told me that. Like, so at the end of the day, there is nothing that the man still gave his life for us. And so it's just going to be an interesting time. But you know, here we're in the Stay Ready movement. We're part of the Stay Ready, so we don't have to get ready movement. And so hopefully, I just saw somebody else. Hold on a second. The times are similar. They sure are. You would not know they were decades ago. So Kim, your mom is your hero. Definitely one. I have, one of my heroes. I adore my mom. That's not it. But, I have my grandmother, like I got some, amazing people to my aunts. Like I just have so many amazing people. You heard of him, Janet. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe before your time, Jerry Butler. Oh, no, I've heard. Yeah, no, Jerry, listen. Cleaning up the house on Saturdays, Mr. Jerry Butler. My mama had Jerry Butler out, coming out those speakers. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's time to take charge of our own history to make sure it is acknowledged and celebrated daily. 100%. I spoke to my cousin yesterday. I haven't spoken to my cousin in over a year. She's older than me. We speak holidays and when I'm down south. She lives in Columbia, South Carolina. But I spoke to her yesterday. She called me actually. And I was like, girl, I need to pick your brain about the family in the South because I didn't grow up in the South, right? And so we have a big family. I'll just say my grandfather on my father's side had 17. He was married twice. The first wife passed away. He got married again. He had 17 children. And then on my mother's side, 5. So listen, there's a lot of history that I don't know. And I was like, girl, let me pick her brain before, because, we start forgetting stuff. I spoke to another aunt today. I started asking questions. And so, yeah, we definitely have to be about that action and get that information. He was 85. Oh, God bless him. God bless him. I had no idea. You know what? And I didn't even really look at the news today. I was on my alumni page and they posted about Roberta Flack. And so that's how I knew about her. Had no idea about Jerry Butler. But yeah, we're losing some great people. We're losing a lot of greats. And I also, was anybody in the Win with Black Women conference call last night? I did join that. And I saw part of Joyanne Reed's farewell broadcast tonight. But yeah, I'm looking him up now. I'm looking up the article now. Jerry Butler. Oh, he was born in No, he passed on February 20th. Okay, I thought you said he passed today. So I didn't even hear. Oh, I didn't get that message. Oh, rest in peace. I'm so proud of you for your precious love. People give. Oh my goodness. This was my joint. Which movie was this in? Hold on. Hopefully you can hear it. Oh, daggone. I'm not in the other. Hold on a second. It wasn't Cooley High. Which movie was this? People Get Ready. I can't play the whole thing. Oh my gosh. I got to look that up. Anyway, I could be here just chit chat. Most of these men in leadership have some things in their past, but it doesn't take away from their public service. But child, they got, so that's what they got to do. Sad but true. Listen, and it's not just Black people. Listen, Don't come to me about Martin Luther King when you got Hegseth or whatever the heck his name is that has just been confirmed as the head of defense, right? Don't come to me when you got the head of this country with all of his baby mamas in charges, and then the co-captain, which is really the captain. Don't come to me about anything about MLK Jr. Child, please. We don't want to hear it. We do not want to hear it. So yeah, it's been 55 minutes, y'all. I really did not want this to be a long one. I wanted to come in and honor those who I think have made it possible for me to do what I do, for you to do what you're doing, and for us to really come into community and just, you know, honor them, because not many are anymore. Tomorrow, we are supposed to meet up for the book club. If you're in the Maximize Assets, Grow Abundance community, look out for an email, because I think I told y'all I am supposed to be getting comp tickets to see Denzel. First, I was told it was Wednesday. Then I was told it might be tomorrow. So he's in Othello on Broadway, and it's preview week this week or the next couple of weeks, whatever. And someone I know was like, oh, I got tickets for you, but they didn't know what date. So saying all that to say, look for your email tomorrow. I will know by tomorrow morning. And if you can make it, I would love to see you there. Oh, Jerry Butler was called the Iceman. Okay. Hey, W. No, we are not hearing it about MLK Jr. They could keep that over there, as they said. They could keep all of that over there. I don't care what they come out with, because, you know, they can make up anything. They're trying to rewrite history completely. And so, yeah, as long as that man is called the president, unless he did worse than what you did, I don't want to hear nothing. And even if he did, I still don't care. So, yeah. But anyway, thank you, Gym Nation. If you haven't liked this video, go ahead and like it. We're back tomorrow, definitely with a live. It will probably be earlier because we have that book club. So I'm going to say around, this may be an early one, y'all. So some of y'all may be working. So maybe around 12, 2. But check the community tab. I'll post by the morning when I know about the tickets. So anyway, thank you guys for joining this Black History tribute tonight. We have more to come tomorrow. And if there's anyone that you want me to cover, please go ahead and let me know in the comment section. And I will do my best to find a video to spotlight them, to honor them, so that you can show this to your kids, or you can tell them where to go to look at this, and make sure they watch it. And this is the last week, y'all, of February. Let's go out right. Let's go out right. No, we don't need them. We sure don't. But they're not going to tell me. They're not going to tell me when to stop celebrating Black History Month. I'm the defiant one. I'm the middle child, the only girl, and a Gemini child. What did wait a minute. Was it Maxine Waters said? She said, I am not going to let anybody tell me what I can't do. So in the spirit of Auntie Maxine, I am honoring those who came before us and set the way, paved the way. There's so many that I could, but, you know, for the sake of time, it's already, and it's been only three names, right? Can we shout out Jane Fonda? She's been standing on business. She's a G. No, 100%. I didn't see her whole speech, though, so I didn't bring that up, but I saw a clip of it. And I want to say, I don't even know where I saw it, but I saw a clip of her speech at some award show. And yeah, she definitely was, it's about that diversity, equity, and inclusion, inclusivity, not exclusivity. So yeah. So shout out to Jane Fonda. It hurts your heart. Hey, Roberta, to see time going in reverse. Yeah. Yeah. I got to take my emotions out of it, though. This is more about, and I hear you. I totally hear you. It is disheartening, but they want us to get all emotional and not know what to do. Yes, Jane gathered Trump together. I got to watch the whole thing. I didn't see it. But yeah, let's definitely stay in community. Let's listen to what the elders have told us to do. And when we can, let's lead with love versus anger, because that anger will control you. It will do more to you internally. And we don't need that either. So, oh, it was the SAG Awards. Okay. All right. So I will look that up tonight and try to, I guess it's just a quick speech. So I will definitely try to watch that. But yeah, we have to, accept the things that, what is it? Do we have to, I always forget the serenity prayer. But go ahead, do what the serenity prayers tells you to do, and not focus on the things that we cannot change, basically, but focus on the things that we can, right? Accept the things we can change, and, be about that action, as Christine posted. So yeah, thank you everyone. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon sometime. Until then, take care. Happy Black History